Hey everybody, and welcome back to It's Only Food with Chef John Politte. Today we are showing you how to make Kung Pao Tofu. Cue the music. Alright, well thanks a lot for joining. I appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with everybody you know. Like I said, we're making Kung Pao Tofu, so let's drop down here and see what our ingredients are. We are going to start out with our tofu. We got 1 block of firm tofu, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, and 5 tablespoons of cornstarch. And then for our sauce, we have 2 tablespoons of mirin, 3 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, and 2 tablespoons of water. And for the stir fry itself, we have 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 2 teaspoons of Szechuan peppercorns, 5 dried red chilies, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, 1 tablespoon of minced ginger, 3 green onions that we've sliced up, 1 red pepper that we chopped, and a 1/3 cup of peanuts. Let's start getting this done. All right, so we got our tofu. I have already pressed this to get most of the liquid out. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to cut it into about 1-inch pieces. Yep, take it one more time there. And I'm going to put these tofu pieces into our Ziploc gallon bag over here. Roll it over like that. There we go. This thing we're going to do, get that out of the way. Got our bag right here. We're going to dump our cornstarch right in there. I'm going to kind of shake that up a little bit. Get it all over everything. Our syrup. Now this is sugar-free syrup. You can use sugar-free syrup if you're diabetic. And then our soy sauce, we're going to do the same thing. Just shake this up really well. We want to get this to marinate. Roll it up, re-zip it, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to set it out of our way, because what we're going to do next, we're going to make our sauce that we're going to use. So we go ahead with our mirin, our rice vinegar, soy sauce, whoops, water, sugar, and then cornstarch right on in there. We're just going to mix this up. We're going to set it over in our mise en place that we've got next to the stove. I'm going to let our tofu marinate a little bit longer, and then we'll start cooking. I'll meet you over by the stove. Alright, as you can see, we've got our mise en place back there. We've got our tofu. Then we got our peppers right here. Utensils we're going to need. Our sauce that we're going to remix with this fork right here. Then we got all of our oil, peanuts, peppers, garlic, and our onions that we're going to be adding as we cook it. I'm going to hit on this pan here, get it focused, and we'll start cooking. Alright, so we got our pan on the stove, in focus hopefully. Yep. I got the heat on a medium to medium high heat. I'm going to turn, or put our oil, all but 1 tablespoon of it, into our pan. And as that gets hot, we've got our bag with our tofu in it, ready to go. As soon as that oil is hot, we'll start frying this up. But I want you to see, in there we've got all the tofu crusted up nice. I don't know if you can see that here. I'll pull one out. All the tofu is covered with that cornstarch. It's been marinated and it is ready to go. As soon as our oil gets to where we want it, it is simmering or shimmering a little bit. Get it all over the place in the pan. Try one out. When that starts bubbling, we'll know. And there we go. A little bit of bubble going, action going on there. So I'm going to take all these pieces of tofu out. I'm going to get them in the oil because I want a nice color crust on there. If you have to do this in 2 different pans or 2 different times because you don't have enough room, that's fine. But you don't want to crowd the pan. But you want to keep it in the oil because you want to make sure that oil is on the tofu and the cornstarch so you can get a nice color like that. You can see the colors changing on these. But I'm going to go ahead and do all the tofu and get it all done. I'm going to transfer it onto our plate here and then we'll start our next step. So after the transition we'll come right back. We're halfway through the process. I just wanted you to see, I decided to go with some tongs. But you can see the color on there, both sides. And you don't have to get all crazy and do every side like a cube, but you want to close in that flavor kind of with searing on both sides. Alright, we're coming to a close up on this. I've got the other half of the bag in there. Just a note on that too, when I showed you how to do the marinade and the tofu in the bag, add the marinade first, the syrup and the soy sauce, add that first, let it marinate for about 20 minutes, then drain out that soy sauce and the marinade, and then add the powdered, and then add the cornstarch, shake it up, and you'll get a better result. I screwed that up, so I just wanted to point that out. The recipe is in the description box in the first pinned comment, and you will note that in the recipe method, it says to do that. I did it wrong, but I did redo it. That's why this looks so much better. I don't have footage of what that looked like, but it was clumpy and it didn't look very well. So this is the way it's supposed to look, the right way. I'm going to go ahead and add it onto our plate with our other tofu. And we're just going to set this aside over here. Now I'm going to add the rest of our oil that we saved off to the side. Whoa. Huh, must be a little bit of water in there. Okay. Yeah, that tofu gave off some of that water. Anyway, peppercorns, throw them right in that oil. You want to just brown these a little bit. Get them a little brown. You don't want to burn them, but you just want to get them in this oil. And you just want to change the color just a touch. And you want to just season this oil with some of this heat from the pepper. Do it till it's fragrant. Okay, I'm starting to smell a really strong pepper flavor now, so I'm going to take these out. Next thing we're going to do is throw our oil on about a medium. We're going to throw those peppers in there, these dried chili peppers, the garlic, and the ginger. We are just going to stir this up until it's nice and fragrant. That smells fantastic. We're going to put our red peppers in there and our green onions. We're going to stir this a little bit on a medium heat. You don't want to blister. You want to blister these peppers. Stir our sauce. Pour that right on in there. Thickens right up. Turn our heat down to about a simmer for this. We're going to add our tofu back in. We're going to stir that up. Add our peanuts in there. And I'm just going to hit it with a bit of soy sauce, a little more liquid in there. Let everything get hot. You can cover it if you want. I'm just going to let it sit there and simmer for a little bit. We're going to plate this up with some rice. We're going to take some awesome photos of this beautiful dish. And then we're going to come back and give it a taste. Don't go anywhere. Beautiful shots, beautiful food, smells fantastic. See what that looks like right there. Perfectly done. Little shot there. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a bite. Yeah, good flavor. Peppers are still crispy. That heat in there, a lot of heat. A little bit of both together here with the pepper and the tofu, right there. Along with that awesome flavor, you get that texture, that crispy bell pepper with that soft silken tofu. It's just great contrast. Good flavor in there, yeah. It's really good. Tofu, great stuff. Kung Pao Tofu. You want to try this. Believe me, it's worth your time. Take care, we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.
These rappers don't listen, well let me show them something. You hear that beat bumping from the soul kitchen. Now what you fixing up? Good food, soul food, come and pick it up. These rappers don't listen, well let me show them something. You hear that beat bumping from the soul.